I've always noticed that transitions are altruistic first. When someone is illogically, emotionally attached to something out of habit, when their neocon tendencies prevent them from changing to a better solution as rapidly as they know they should, the transition happens first in their recommendations to others. Their own psychology won't yet allow them to move on themselves, but they will tell someone else, if I were you, I would just go directly to Y thing. Don't even start with X thing that I've been doing myself for years. We're starting to see this with smart contract blockchains. That means the transition is beginning. Ready? Let's go. Today, we're going to discuss a very large media personality recommending Cardano, the Pavia PAVs airdrop, the whitelist tiers for the Cornucopias land sale, Coinbase NFT beta going live, and wrapped ETH now being available on Cardano mainnet. If you enjoy crescent moons rising over rugged mountain ridges, or if you're liking these videos each weekday, please consider delegating to the army of Spies stake pool, ticker AOS. We were able to pop up over 8 million in delegation for a second there, and then I believe we popped back under. It would be fantastic if we could get over 8 million in delegation and stay there. Here's a great example of exactly what I was talking about. Gary Vaynerchuk has had phenomenal success with his VFriends NFT collection. He just drew a bunch of characters, drew them himself, I believe, so that he would be able to control all the IP without any artists coming back on him. He drew these characters, sold them like crazy. He's had phenomenal success with this thing. They're ERC 721 NFTs. They're Ethereum NFTs. But when he did this interview, and he was trying to implore anyone who's not involved with crypto, anyone who doesn't own a single NFT, when he was imploring those people to just buy an NFT, he knew that the Ethereum NFT scene is ridiculous because of the fees. The gas fees are ridiculous. He knows this. So he said to people, he didn't say, hey, save up your money and pay the ridiculous gas fees. No, he said, buy an NFT, buy just one, even if it's a cheap one, buy it on Cardano or Solana. He didn't recommend that people bite the bullet and pay the gigantic gas fees on Ethereum. Instead, he said, try Cardano or Solana. The great thing about this is that if Cardano's competition is Solana, people are going to get fed, as much as they would get fed up with Ethereum gas fees, they're also going to get fed up with the outages over at Solana. We'll just call them outages. Whatever technical label you would put on whatever keeps happening to Solana, whatever these negative events in the Solana world are. I know some Solana people don't like to call them outages. They have some of their label they like to put on these things. But to me, it's an outage. And if people get fed up by Ethereum gas fees, they're also going to get fed up with these Solana outages. That leaves Cardano. Right now, even open-minded, reasonable people don't want to buck the orthodoxy and defy the majority. So we're seeing them say, hey, if you're new, you should probably consider a blockchain that doesn't have ridiculous transaction fees. But deep down, they know that the problem is those gas fees are ridiculous. Those transaction fees are untenable. And pretty soon, right now, they're just altruistically trying to guide people toward a more reasonable solution. But pretty soon, that altruistic notion towards others is going to be them directing themselves toward those blockchains that don't have unreasonable transaction fees. We don't know how long this transition will take. We just know it's already begun. Do you like free airdrops? Because I suspect that you like free airdrops. Pavia is letting us know within the next 14 days maximum, we will be taking a snapshot and airdropping PAVs to some lucky Pavia NFT landowners. This will be an undisclosed point in time. To qualify, your Pavia land NFT must not be in a smart contract marketplace sell listing. So no smart contract marketplace sells listings if you want to qualify for this thing. Why undisclosed? Why is the date undisclosed? We may drop some clues either here or on PAVs._IO, but we are keen to avoid any shenanigans or anyone trying to game the airdrop. Separating out your NFTs into new wallets now likely won't help your chances either. Sorry, not sorry. Why no smart contract sells listing? We want to reward genuine landholders, but moreover, we will be working to a predefined set of selection criteria, then randomization, which is important to avoid pure chance and pesky gambling regulations. So they're trying to make it not a pure chance thing in an effort to avoid some kind of gambling regulations. Not sure which jurisdiction they're worried about here. What are PAVs? We will publish the version 1 PAVs website ahead of the snapshot and airdrop. Until then, you can follow PAVs_IO. Please remember, we won't be selling PAVs. They will be totally free to some of our NFT landowners. Always be careful of crypto scammers. If you don't know what PAVs are, you can come over here to the PAVs_IO Twitter account and see sneak peeks like this. Their profile says, we are Cardano NFTs. You don't buy, you catch. We will be found all over the Pavia.io metaverse. More info coming soon. #May 2022. We also have a small FAQ on this airdrop from Pavia Ross, who is the community and marketing manager at Pavia. He says, we are keeping an air of mystery surrounding this drop. Okay, great. Down with mysteries. Please remember this drop is completely free. Love that part. There is no benefit in separating out land via multiple wallets. That's good. Nobody wants to have to do all that shuffling around just for some marginal advantage. The more land you own, the more likely your chances are to receive a PAV, PAV, I don't know which is the correct pronunciation, or even if there is one. This airdrop will be significantly more than the statues airdrop. I guess I missed the statues airdrop. Don't even know what that was. Based on land, I think they mean land, not landed. Based on land owned, the rough chances of receiving a PAV is roughly 1 in 3. I like that. 1 in 3 sounds good. While there will be many more PAVs, no more of these will be catchable as they are first generation. All sounds good. The 1 in 3 part, not bad. Could be a lot worse. Could be like 1 in 10. We've also got some news about the Cornucopias land sale. They say, we are still working on the final details of the land sale, so please be patient and wait for our official announcement. Everyone needs to focus on getting verified as a holder now. Click the link below to learn how to verify your NFT. Why do we need to verify our NFTs, you might ask? If we go here to the Cornucopias Discord, we can see why verifying your NFTs is a part of the land sale process, or could be a part of the land sale process. They've got a whitelist, and it's a tiered whitelist. But this isn't a whitelist that guarantees mint. What it is not, whitelist guaranteeing mint. What it is, special access to our marketplace, providing greater chance at minting. So if you're in one of these 4 tiers in the whitelist, you might have a greater chance at minting. The first tier is anyone with the OG role in the Discord. Number 2 is someone holding the Javelin, Bubblejet, or OG Bubblejet NFTs. The third tier is, I believe, anyone in the Discord server for more than 30 days. And the fourth tier is anyone in the Discord server for less than 30 days. There's a video in that last Twitter post I just showed explaining how to verify your NFTs. So if you're interested in this land sale and you hold one of these NFTs, you probably want to verify that. The link with the instructions on how to verify your NFTs, along with the information on the tiers, is all included in this thread right here on the Cornucopias Game @Cornucopias Game Twitter account. I think we all always knew that eventually Coinbase was going to get into the NFT game. There's too much money changing hands for them not to be involved. The time for them to be involved, it turns out, is now. Coinbase says it's all happening. We're super excited to announce we're opening Coinbase NFT beta up to everyone. Go set up your new profile now, and there's a link here. If you're like me, your only question is, yes, but how much does it suck? How much does it feel like this weird corporate experience and not like the sort of like free range, roaming, non-corporate NFT world that we're all used to? It turns out Coinbase made it look and feel a lot like a lot of other NFT markets. If you want to see something that's significantly weirder than you'd expect, check out Paris Hilton's created NFTs. I think that's a rabbit with tattoos, smoking a cigar, and being whipped by some kind of a weird Smurf. Here's some interesting news. This poster says they're producing a movie about Ethereum. Who will be the hero? Who will be the villain? I think if you're like me and you read those, you can guess pretty quickly. This person says, at Cami Russo hinted that it will be Vitalik and Charles Hoskinson. Textbook monomyth. This is great. Not so much over on our side, the Cardano side. That is not so great for us, I think. And you can see down below here, Charles says, I'm the villain, ? And has a very frowny face. I'm with him, also very frowny. I know, in storytelling, in order for there to be a hero, there must be some kind of villain, whether it's an actual person, an organization, or just Mother Nature itself. There has to be some kind of villain. So I understand their desire for there to be a villain, but this is not a fictional story. I'm sure this will turn out to be a fictional story, but these are actual historical events, and historical accuracy is a valid thing also. It would probably turn out to be a great movie if they would just accurately tell the story. People in 2022 seem to really appreciate authenticity, but I have a sneaking suspicion that's not what we're going to get. I think they're going to try extremely hard to paint Charles in the darkest villain role they possibly can. I personally favor our favorite Wells approach to this. He says, nice movie, would be a shame if it got a 2.3 rating on IMDb. At Cami Russo, best of luck. We're watching closely. XOXO. If you were curious how the Djed stablecoin testnet is going, here you go. Shen has a circulating supply right now of 650,000. Djed has a circulating supply of 189,000. And at this price right here, and given the current price of Cardano of ADA, that puts Djed pretty close to its aspirational value of $1. If we go down here to reserves, there are 871,000 in base test ADA reserves, testnet ADA reserves, the fake ADA. That puts us at a reserve ratio of 396%. In order to do all the possible activities, the burning and minting of Djed and Shen, you need to be between 400 and 800% reserve ratio. Right now, because we're under 400%, you cannot mint Djed and you cannot burn Shen. But the interesting thing is that right now, there's no actual economic incentive to deposit this testnet ADA. It's just people wanting to participate in the testnet and voluntarily doing this. Once there is actual ADA involved, actual monetary value, and the possibility of making some ducats by participating in this depositing of ADA activity, I think we will see some very different behavior by people, and there will likely be some very different percentages posted right here. But this is a pretty encouraging sign that people have willingly deposited this much testnet ADA into Djed. Looking forward to seeing how this looks on mainnet. Finally, MuesliSwap has followed up the news yesterday that they have brought wrapped Bitcoin to their Cardano mainnet DEX, with news today that wrapped Ethereum is now available on the MuesliSwap mainnet Cardano DEX. Cardano is actually doing a pretty good job at interoperability, at least as far as wrapped assets go, getting Ethereum and Bitcoin over on mainnet so quickly. I hope you are prepared for a fantastic weekend. I know I am, and I will talk to you soon.